Buenas and half a day. Half a day, everyone. Okay, let's try this again. Is this GVB or what? Half a day. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you all so much for coming. I'd like to extend the warmest and dangkluna sejus ma'asi to everyone here today. And I want to thank my co-sponsor, Senator Rodriguez, and of course, Senator Nelson today for attending. We're here to celebrate the Guam Visitors Bureau for their dedication, their accomplishments, but most importantly, for all the ways that they continue to work every day to make our island the best place to live, work, and visit. This resolution is really important to me as the oversight of economic development and workforce development. As we expand our economy, as we expand our workforce, we must continue to invest and deepen tourism as a driver of our island's economy. This resolution is also particularly meaningful to me as someone who has worked with GVB in the past and who knows how hard everyone here works to make Guam an exceptional tourist destination, but also a place that's going to be really good for our island's families. Last month, the Guam Visitors Bureau received the highest recognition any U.S. entity can receive for making a significant contribution to the expansion of U.S. exports, the President's E Award for Export Service. This 55-year-old award aims to honor and provide recognition to America's exporters and requires recipients to have at least 4 years of successive export growth and to show that they have provided a valuable support to exporters. GVB has certainly done that. I'd like to read what U.S. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross said when he was presenting the award. The Guam Visitors Bureau has demonstrated a sustained commitment to export expansion. The E Awards Committee was very impressed with GVB's Tourism 2020 strategic plan development and engagement, which resulted in exceptional year-over-year growth in tourism to Guam. The organization's innovative and broad-reaching program to capture larger segments of the Chinese tourism market was also particularly notable. GVB's achievements have undoubtedly contributed to national export expansion efforts that support the U.S. economy and create American jobs. It's not every day that the U.S. Commerce Secretary gives a Guam organization an award. But GVB is not an everyday kind of organization. That's right. I want to pause here to emphasize that as we continue to push to highlight the important place that Guam has in our region and our country, it's important for cabinet secretaries to see and hear about all the great accomplishments that our people and our organizations earn. It helps us as we push for federal funds. It helps us as we push for better representation and on important issues like H-2 visa denials. GVB is helping to raise our profile of the island, not just in tourism, but in economic development and in federal and international affairs. In the last few years, GVB has pursued its Tourism 2020 plan, which creates a roadmap for Guam to become a world-class first-tier resort destination. And we all know all the many things that Tourism 2020 has identified, all the benchmarks and the goals that we've already reached and we're continuing to strive for in sports and events and in diversifying our markets and all of those very important things. On Monday, we'll be recognizing GVB and other community organizations for celebrating LGBT pride and exploring how the lesbian, gay, bi, and transgender tourism market can support our inclusive and growing tourism market. GVB has gotten hundreds of organizations to take the Half-a-Day Pledge, promoted our history, highlighted the beauty of our beaches, and shared the uniqueness of our natural resources, really showing people what can be found only on Guam. I find it so uplifting when I'm walking along the beach with my family, maybe at sunset, watching the kids, watching other families really enjoying our tropical beach experience, maybe for the first time, maybe being in the ocean for the first time. That's always really exciting. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen the words, "I heart Guam," or "I love Guam," scrawled along the sand in Tuman, or as a hashtag on our social media. So that's really a source of pride for me, and I know for many folks who take this very seriously. So with that, I join Senator Nelson in applauding and congratulating the Guam Visitors Bureau for its exceptional work, for representing Guam so well, and for bringing out the best in all of us. With that, I'd like to ask for representatives from GVB to please come forward and accept this resolution number 138-34 COR. And I'll ask Senator Nelson to please join me in presenting it. So Nate, if you want to come on over this way.
Good support, good support. We should learn how to cheer like that at the legislature for each other. Okay. Relative to recognizing the Guam Visitors Bureau for its significant and continued contribution to Guam's tourism industry and the broader community, and commending GVB for its forward-thinking strategy in developing the Guam Tour 2020 plan to expand Guam tourism, and for its commitment to developing our island as a first-class world destination, and to further honoring GVB for receiving the President's E Award for Export Service. Congratulations, you guys. Good job.
So I definitely want to give Nate and maybe even the chairman an opportunity to speak, but I know that Nate is just receiving this award on everybody else's behalf. I know the work and the time and the effort and energy that you all put to your jobs and how much passion you bring to that. And I think it's so important that this recognition, that the E Award is a reflection of all the work you do, and we're so grateful for you coming to work every day with a smile on your face, and for helping us to just share that Hafa spirit. So just Masi, and I'd like to ask if President Nate tonight can please deliver some remarks as well.
It's like one of those game show mics, right? Well, I just want to thank the legislature. Oh, sorry. I'm new at this. I just want to thank the legislature for recognizing GVB. We want to thank them for their support. Senator Rodriguez, just while new to being our oversight, has been great to work with. We're also excited on reworking with Senator Lee. She's very familiar with the Bureau and helped us with a lot of those things she mentioned earlier. And also excited to work with Senator Nelson moving in the future, along with the governor and lieutenant governor and the entire government of Guam. This award, I just want to really, you said it's GVB is great because of the people that work there. I have never worked with such hardworking, passionate, and dedicated people in my life, and their drive for excellence pushes me to drive for greater heights, and it just keeps going and going and going. And right when we think it's going to slow down, I remember last year around this time we had the PATA Summit, followed by the FestPac. You know, you always say, oh, well, we'll rest next year, but that year hasn't come so far. But that's why we continue to break arrival records, continue to bring more benefits for the people of Guam, whether that's jobs or a better quality of life. And so we're excited to keep the momentum going, and look forward to working with the legislature in the future to drive some of those initiatives, and like you said, make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. So just Masi, thank you very much. I want to just give a shout out to my management team, of course my deputy general manager or vice president now, Tony Munya, does a great job, and we congratulate him moving up to that position. We also want to thank my marketing manager or director of global marketing, Pilar Leguana. She really works very closely with the U.S. Commercial Service, and by using those relationships in the commercial service, definitely led to us getting this award. Not the first award we won from the U.S. Commercial Service. We won one 3 years ago, I believe, but this is a much higher and much more prestigious award. So Tony and Pilar really helped put together the application to demonstrate how the work that GBB's been doing. So I was happy for them to go to Washington, D.C. and receive the award from Secretary Wilbur Ross himself, who flew all the way from Saudi Arabia just to that morning to not miss this opportunity to give this award on behalf of the president. I also want to thank Rose Cunliffe and the entire admin team, 7 years of clean audits and all the hard work that they do behind the scenes, but we wouldn't be able to do and push without them really supporting all the operations of the Bureau. And of course, my destination development team, I think a real area that I think GBB has always done a lot of great work, but I know growing up I didn't realize how much they did. And so a point when I became part of the Bureau is I really wanted to really connect the community with the mission of the Bureau. And I think through our destination development, through the branding, Hafa Day Pledge, those programs, together with sports and events and all the maintenance programs we do, as well as the cultural programs and visitor safety and satisfaction, those have really helped us demonstrate the work we do in the community and really make us closer to the community, because I think we've always done fantastic in marketing, and I think that's the other piece that's really increased, and I'm really proud of that part of what we've been doing. So I just want to say to the team, and thank you to the Legislature again for recognizing this very prestigious award. And this is not for the Guam, of course it's the Guam Visitors Bureau, but this is really based on our tourism industry, and GBB is just the catalyst that helps that industry rise. So I really want to recognize all the thousands of tourism hospitality workers, the over 20,000 that work in tourism, either directly or indirectly, for also striving to give that Hafa Day spirit and working hard. One thing with tourism I've learned, and you see it at the Bureau, is when everyone else is on holiday or having Christmas or Easter vacation, we're working. If it's a weekend, if there's an event, you got to remember our staff is there at GMIF till 10 p.m. and past, when people don't want to leave and keep partying. So I really appreciate all the hard work and effort from the team. Or if it's a trade show, and it's a holiday on Monday, but we're there at the trade show all weekend plus that Monday. So thank you to the team again, and Sizus Masi for everyone's hard work. Thank you.
Well, it sounds like an Academy Award speech, huh? So that means I got only a few minutes to talk. You forgot to thank your mom and dad. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I just, on behalf of the Board of Directors, and we're very honored to work with the fine members of GBB, and we'll be continuing helping you out, if anything. And I would like to thank the Legislature for supporting and trusting us, and we'll do our best to bring more revenue to Guam. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Very fine work, and this is a very prestigious award. Thank you.
Even senators get a time limit. But seriously, great, thank you for all the hard work you do. It's definitely not easy. TAF is also a pillar. The GVB is one of our pillars that drive our economic force, and we are always constantly relying on that. So we will support you when you say that you can multiply the money we give you by 100. We'll give you whatever number you want, if that's the case. But no, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication. It's not easy what you do, and we are very grateful as the island as a whole, because everyone benefits from your hard work. So thank you.
Okay, we're done giving Nate a hard time. But I do want to just, before we close, I do want to, this individual wasn't here during our budget discussion, and I just want to recognize her at this time. Ms. Rose Cunliffe, if she could just stand up real quick, and you could just give her a round of applause for keeping us. I've worked with this woman for many years, and there were times when I tried to submit things and I didn't have the proper documentation, and she is such a stickler. It doesn't matter who the heck you are. She wants to see that because, I mean, how many years of clean audits, and it's because of you and your team and your dedication to your work. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And with that, if we could have everybody up here, we're just going to take a group photo, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to be here today to receive this resolution, and so we could see this big bad award. So, Sujos Maasi.